Yes, God, honey. Welcome to another episode of the Sexy Lexy Show. Today is not gonna disappoint. In the building, we got the one and only Gill Gates. Hopefully we could consider talking him into doing a song. Anyway, you're gonna get your life, honey, in about 3, 2, having Lex in the city. So you know we're gonna have to talk about Bruce Jenner, right? How many of y'all saw the interview? Oh, you seen it? Right. So what did you guys think about it? I loved it. And if you did watch the interview, let me just break it down to you. Bruce Jenner has always felt like a woman. He always felt like a woman. But his daddy, he don't want to be with no man. He don't, I don't understand. He basically feels like a woman on the inside. He always has. His wives, here's the thing, he's always told his wives the truth. Like, I feel like a woman on the inside. If you want to be with me, this is what it is. And I respect you, Bruce, honey. I love you, Bruce. Mwah. Kudos to Bruce, honey. And the only thing I will give you a little bit on, Bruce, is that dress that you came out in. I don't like it. Not cute. I wasn't much like I didn't like Portia's dress on the reunion 2 weeks ago. But anyway, I'm just saying, kudos to you. And if you weren't watching it, shame on you. Hopefully you're watching the Sexy Lexy Show. So we're going to talk about something else a little bit crazy. Now, most of you men can relate to a problem that Sherri Shepherd is having. Yes, honey, Sherri Shepherd. Let me tell you what's going on with her. Seems as if Sherri Shepherd was a surrogate mother. She hired a surrogate mother to carry her baby. But for whatever reason, she changed her mind. Yes, she changed her mind. Didn't want to be a mother anymore. But guess what? Because it's her child, she now got to pay child support. Now I'm just thinking, as a woman, there's just certain things we shouldn't have to do. Take out the trash, buy a ring, pay child support. I don't know, y'all. Tell me if I'm crazy. That just sounds crazy. But anyway, that's what's going on, honey, with that situation. And another thing that just got your girl upset. I need a moment. Empire's not coming back, you guys. Yep, that's true. Empire's gone. Empire, let me tell you what happened with Empire, y'all. Apparently, this original hit show, well, not that original. Apparently, they got this idea from a whole nother man that actually says that he told the whole story to Mr. Lucius. And that is where the story arrived from. And therefore, they have to stop production on it because they have to figure out who owns the royalties to it. Ain't that crazy, y'all? Yes, honey, I think that's crazy. Anyway, stay tuned. When I come back, we're going to be sitting with the one and only Gill Gates. You're not going to want to miss this interview. We're going to be back in 3, 2, together for the one and only Gill Gates. Hey. Gill, what's up?
Hey,
never thought you were going to be here in the Lexy Lounge with us. What's up?
I'm glad I'm here. I'm good. How's it going?
You know, everything is going fabulosity, honey.
Yes, sir.
I see your career is booming up, honey. I caught a couple of those little videos.
Thank you. Everything's doing pretty well.
Honey.
I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Yeah.
So tell us, what is new, honey? What is new with the Gill Gates, honey? Let them know.
Well, definitely just, working on some music. Stay working on some music. I have actually like a short little documentary about myself I'm going to release on YouTube in a couple months. I got a new project coming out pretty soon as well. And I'm also kind of just been like doing another outlet, just doing like kind of like perfecting my DJing craft and things like that. So that's been taking off as well. So it's been staying busy, staying working, and everything like that. Just kind of keeping focused and my mind on music and everything like that. So yeah, I'm glad I was able to, definitely set some time aside and come by.
Well, I know you're busy, honey. I know you're busy. You got shows, you got yachts, honey. I know you're a busy man. Now let me ask you a question. A lot of people don't realize this about you, but tell us where you're from.
Well, I'm originally from Portland, Oregon.
Happy town.
It's beautiful out there. It's very green, you know. I came out here in hopes to kind of just get a lot farther in my music career and just kind of find myself and what I wanted to do, and what other better place than, you know, the city of crazy opportunities and just
Crazy opportunities.
And your life can change in a day. So I wanted to definitely come out here and see if I can make my mark. So yeah. But I always go back home. I'm definitely very active in my community as far as the music, as far as everything else is concerned. So yeah, I always try to go back as much as I can, and definitely let them know nothing's forgotten about, you know, always.
Oh yeah, remember where you come from. Remember your roots, honey.
Exactly.
Don't check the fruit, check the root. Definitely.
Yeah.
So let me ask you a question, because I'm a little curious about this. Now, who shows you more love? Sin City or your hometown?
See, now, I mean, that's a good question.
You've been here a while.
That's a good question. You know, here, I definitely get love. I would say it's a little more subtle. You know, I have to, be just on my daily commute, you know what I mean? For people to come up and say, listen to this, or they saw this, and they love this. Or I'll be like in the studio here, and, you know, everybody's like, you know, yeah, he's the one that spits, or he's the one that, you know, has that crazy wordplay, things like that. But at home, it's definitely a lot more, I'm received a lot more well, because everybody knows me, you know.
Right.
Everybody knew me before, before music and things like that. And everybody see my progress, and then they see me leave and come back, and, you know, they get to see me, like, you know, whether it's on the radio out there, or there's like music videos, things like that, or they hear like I'm coming back for like a big show that like a few big names are on, things like that. So it's received a little bit more there. That just gives me a little more drive to receive here, because this is currently where I'm at. You know, this is currently where I lay my head, so I consider this home as well.
Well, it is home, because you're a part of Sin City royalty, definitely. Now, who inspired you? Like, did you always want to be a rapper or writer?
Well, you know, music and generally I've always like had it in me per se. I started off producing and making my own beats for other artists locally in Portland that, you know, was holding on to the dream, or some, you know, younger cats that were up and coming, and we really didn't have any, you know, body to like produce or anybody making good beats, so I kind of wanted to fill that role. It was like, you know, one of my best friends that told me to put, like, you know, I also did poetry, and he told me to kind of start putting it on my beats. And so that's kind of how I started.
So you started out doing poetry before rap?
Yeah, like,
okay.
Yeah, definitely. We had, like, you know, a poetry class in one of my schools growing up, and I kind of latched onto that a lot. So I kind of was able to kind of know the ins and outs of those words in general, like, you know, what goes with what. And how.
So you ain't just out there like, roses are red, violets are blue.
You know, I need one fish, two fish. Freestyle, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, you know, that's kind of like how it started. And, you know, just kind of, you know, being in Portland, you know, there's a lot of influence as far as music outside of us. So, you know, a few people, you know, like Nas is probably one of my biggest influences growing up. Because I remember everybody would listen to like Pac and Dre, Snoop, Sugar Free, you know, E40, a lot of West Coast like pioneers. And here I am, like, you know, like listening to like an East Coast guy, like, you know, where, you know, it's just more storytelling, just more playing with the words, and everybody would look at me like, what is that? Like, what is that? Who is that? You know? So that's kind of what like elevated it. And as you know, I started making my own stuff, people just started receiving it. Nobody was really telling me it's not. People wanted more.
So you have no haters trying to like hold you down? Because I know a lot of times when you're trying to get yourself to the level that you want to be at, you have little haters along the way, little naysayers.
You definitely do, you know, but you gotta use that, you know, use that as some fire. You know, if you got haters, obviously that means, you know, they see you.
You're doing something.
Exactly. So you just gotta keep working. You know what I mean? You turn them haters into believers, and then, you know, they'll have somebody else that's hating you too. So, you know what I'm saying? You know, so
Speaking of haters and believers, I believe there must be a lot of women hating on each other, trying to get to Mr. Gill Gates. Now, what is the groupie love like? You know, is there any special little Gates in your corner right now?
Well, you know, you know, it's kind of like the seat right here. It's open. You know,
Take it up.
it's vacant. You know, all applications are welcome. You know, long as you know they definitely are focused and they got their own to bring. You know, I'm definitely you know, trying.
Oh, don't come empty-handed and sit down.
Exactly.
You gotta bring something.
If you got a little bit, you know, it's 2015.
I mean, shit, everybody got an EBT card.
You know, I'll take that too, because you know, I get hungry.
That part.
You know, I need food, you know, but no.
Yeah, bring something.
But yeah, on some realness though, you know, like, you know, in a lifestyle that I'll choose to live, like, which is, you know, music or being, you know, like notarized or get to a certain point, you know, that kind of falls on the back. It kind of gets put on the back burner, you know, so I stay so focused that sometimes, you know, a year, you know, being single could be 2 years, and it starts to, you know, it starts to kind of catch into a snowball. But you know, at the end of the day, my mom always showed me, like, ladies, they're gonna be there. You know, so you know, hopefully they love you better at that point that you want to be in. You know, so yeah, I mean,
so you don't let thoughts mess up your thoughts.
Yeah, you know, if it's not a thought I can put on a pen, you put it in a pen to a pad and put it in the studio. And you know, no thoughts for guilty at the time. You know what I mean?
Now, I remember, a lot of people don't know this, is that you're also a DJ too. So not only are you on the mic, rocking the mic, you also keeping up the good time, letting people turn up on a Tuesday.
Yeah, definitely. You know, it was always just like a hobby. You know what I mean? That's definitely like part of hip hop as well. You know what I mean? That's definitely like a root that started. So it's always been something that I've known all the time I want to kind of do. But now, you know, it's been taking the forefront as, like, you know, just the age of music in general started to change, where everything can be hands-on, where, you know, you could just wanted to do it yesterday, but today you're doing it. And so I just want to jump in and kind of, you know, perfect my craft and things like that. It's been picking up. You know, I've been definitely doing, you know, parties and events. I've been at the mall a few times spending.
Yeah.
Now I kind of focus on getting like a nice little lounge or a nice little place to call home, you know, so people can look for it and kind of see how I do it, things like that. Yeah, you know, people who know me as an artist, I think it's fun to see me doing something else, and they can enjoy that as well, you know, and I like that. I like making people, you know, like happy to feel good off of what I do. So it's perfect.
What is the difference between, say, your rap and other rappers? Like, you know, Drake gives you the whole "I'm acting like a rapper" thing, and Lil Wayne's, you know, he talks about a lot of shit and girls.
Right.
So what is your style? You know, I'm just asking. You know.
Well, you know, me, I feel like I'm still good because, you know, like my style hasn't really yet been defined. Like there's nobody that you can name that has what I do or like writes what I do and perfects it like how I do. So
yes, let me know.
It's you know, I love it. You know, but I feel like, you know, my style of rap is more pertaining to like my lifestyle and what we do, you know, and enjoying what we have or the moments or bringing that feelings back. You know, I love the 90s. I'm a real big 90s head. So, you know, a lot of my creativity is inspired from that. You know, one of my last CDs, there's like a few samples from like the 90s, and going forward I plan on doing some more stuff with that too, kind of bringing that sound back, or almost like, you know, bring just the feel you can pop a CD in when you want to feel a certain way, or Gill Gates makes push you in this mood, or you remember a time so you throw my CD on to go back to that, you know. It's that starting to like be lost, and music is so emotional that you gotta have it. So I think that's what separates me from these other artists. Like these other artists just rap to kind of, I don't know, just I don't even want to say just to be doing it, because I don't.
You can say it, honey. I'm gonna say it for you. They just out there rhyming, going so, and don't know what the hell they talking about.
And with me, I'm more of a, you know, this is like my livelihood. Like I take it so seriously. So, you know, I have a certain vision on what I want in my head, and when I put it out, I want it to be received the same way as well. Exactly. You know, so I think that's what that separates me a little more from the others, you know, from what I've seen, you know.
Now, I'm gonna play a little game with you, because I'm just interested. What do you think about today's artists? So I'm gonna give you a name, and I just want to tell you, are they hot? Tell me if they hot or not, okay? So, Ray Sutter.
Well, I don't know. I think you know, I need some work. So probably I would say
he ain't your type.
not. bangers, but you know, they ain't my top.
Okay, Rich Homie Quad.
I mean, he cool, but to me, he warm, because he got a couple songs he got a couple songs that I like, you know what I mean? But then others, I'm like, you serious, you know? You know, like me, I don't really listen to the radio as much. So if it gets to me, I give you credit, you know?
Well, anyway, I've been dying to get to this part of the show, but I can let you know of two of my hottest new purchases, honey. I just purchased 2 albums. Do you recognize these 2 albums, you guys? These are your 2 albums.
Yes.
This is So Far So Good and Musicated. Now let me tell you, because everybody know I don't make no big secret about this. I get a little medicated at times. Now Musicated, is that along the same lines of what it's going to do for us?
Basically, you know, it's just basically like medication in the form of music. You know what I mean? Just basically, you know, something that can soothe how you feel. Like, you know, I felt like, you know, a lot of music that's played right now, we need something from it. We need a little something different, and that's what that was, you know.
It's like
yeah, you know, it was something basically just to make you feel or bring you back, you know, just to that good feeling again, what music's supposed to, you know, something a little timeless, you know. You know how people like still referencing like to a couple of songs like, oh man, I love this one, I play this, you know, when I'm getting ready for this, or you know, me and my girl just had a fight, so I threw this one on, like things like that. Like it just serves its purpose. It's just like medication in the form of music.
Well, you know, I'm a huge Gill Gates fan because unlike everyone else, it's like your music actually talks about something. You're not just sitting here trying to rhyme, you know, go with so. You're actually trying to make a point.
Right, but it's still like in a cool way. You know what I mean? It's still
definitely,
like,
and you swag out this
it's
world.
Like in a cool
you
way
got swagger on
like,
fleek.
Exactly. Thank you.
Yes, honey.
And you can like, you know, show your friends like, man, look what he just said, or like he just flipped this, or he just did that, or like he just said this, but he meant this.
Like he didn't know it.
Exactly. You know, so it's still a good piece. You know, I think so.
Well, you know, a lot of people in my audience, would you love, honey, to listen to a Gill Gates live performance on the Sexy Lexy show? Thank you. The crowd has already spoken, as you can hear. They want to hear you. So would you bless us with a performance?
I gotta give them what they want. You gotta give people what they want. You know,
that's it.
That's supply and demand.
Speaking of giving the people what they want, you know, honey, your girl, you know, do her little thing with my first company, the Sexy Lexy Events at sexylexyevents.com.
Yeah.
We're having a talent show with Twix, honey. We're teaming up. And we're going to get back to the community. We're raising a lot of attention to autism in the Hope for Messiah Foundation.
Right.
And I would be ecstatic if you would be in it, on it, around it, everything to do with it. Like, I need you there.
It would be an honor.
Really? Gill Gates? Don't be in the trash? Oh, that's everything.
I would even try to, you know, definitely have like a nice song specifically for that. You know.
I love it.
Definitely.
I love it. Now, before I let you give this performance, I need you to shout out who shot your video for your music video. What company did you go through?
Well, it's a few.
For your last video, did you do a collaboration with one of your buddies?
Yeah.
Jacquez?
Yeah, definitely. One of my main guys, Queasy.
What's up, Queasy?
How we doing, man? I see you.
Yeah.
You know, thank you for all your hard work and support and helping me get this far. You know, I can't do it alone. You gotta have a definite team. You know, to believe in that same goal. You know, at the end of the day, that's the only things. The way things come
Hey, shout out Live Life Dope Productions, honey. They're also a production company that produces the Sexy Lexy show. Yeah. But anyway, when we come back, we're going to have a dynamite performance from the one and only Gill Gates. You're not going to want to touch that YouTube. We're back in 3, 2, 1.
Yeah. Them niggas, they sleeping. Nope. Ha 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 ha. Damn life. You know it. You dig? Man, Y'all don't want it, y'all don't want it. Y'all sleep on y'all damn shine, man, we stay on it. Feel like Romo just cause I think it's past time. A band's supposed to blow, that's landmine. And y'all shit dead, that's flatline. These bars my life, that's fed time. I bet y'all didn't get them last lines cause they sleeping on me. Bedtime, I get high on them, that's incline. Get fly on them, that's airline. You can't fade me, nigga, no hairline. No, you niggas don't near grind, just talk about it like airtime. Shit, I keep a meal on my damn mind. That's Jay-Z in like 99. Right, killer bars, them deadlines. To get at your bitch on my spare time. A couple bowls, we roll something. Then I knock it down like it's spare time. These 97s, yours 09s. These OGs, don't compare mine. That's y'all hustle, nigga, not mine. No verse skater, bitch, I'm on the grind. These labels here, top of the line. Yeah, the shit I rock, one of a kind. Bet you hate this shit, cause it's all mine. You can't see me rapping, my flow the skies. But y'all swear you on the rise, but can't show for it. I'm not surprised, I ain't wait for it. I ain't stay in line, all green lights, bitch, I go for mine. Like them niggas, they sleeping. We get into it, we eatin'. Boy, all this money we seein'. Don't tuck them in, cause they dreamin'. While them niggas is snoozing, we get into it, they losing. Yeah, we wake up and get to it, cause that waiting for it don't do it. No, they waiting for it. We just cake it, homie. Yeah, they sleeping on it. That's the bedtime stories, and while they waiting on it, we getting paper on them, and they been sleeping on me. Yeah, that's that bedtime stories.
Amazing, amazing. You just ripped it up.
Thank you.
Oh my God.
Thank you so
You
much.
guys just got done watching a wonderful performance from the one and only Gill Gates. Gill, please tell everyone where to find you.
Well, social network wise, it's Heartache Gates on everything from Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, Gill Gates on YouTube. You can find most of my current stuff there, and Facebook as well. It's just Gill Gates Music. But yeah, I try to cover every spectrum. You know, just keep it simple.
You dig?
Yeah, diggers.
So it's been super fun. Unfortunately, this is all the time we have today for today's show.
Thank you
That's
so much for
crazy.
having me.
But oh my God, I had a stupid good time.
Oh, yeah.
I can't wait to see a little bit more of Gill Gates. Make sure you get his album, honey. It is fire hot. It is real music. Bring back real music. Stay sexy. Thank you for today's show.